All right. So usually I would do this from someplace a little bit nicer, but you know what? I can't wait. So this is going to be another unboxing. This one from JM Bullion. Look at the box size. I mean, it could be anything. Could be Eagles. It could be platinum ounces. But let's see what we got. Let me get in here. So I'm sure everyone knows that silver prices have been taking off lately. Same thing with gold. Seems like silver's lagging quite a bit behind gold. That's always a factor to think about. I mean, everyone says that at some point the ratio's gotta kind of come back to normal since it's near, or it's gotten near 100 to 1. But but again, there's no guarantees. So obviously, if you're buying bullion or coins or whatever, there's always risk in that. So um, you gotta do it for your budget. You gotta do it for what makes sense for you personally. But let me get back in here. So now that we've got it open, let me get it out of the little box here. And this is again something a little different. The reason I went this route is because it seemed to make sense to me for what I'm trying to do, which is basically add weight. I've heard a lot of pros and cons with this particular item, but here it is. So again, this one's from JM Bullion. Let me get in here and take out the manifest. But there it is. The Royal Canadian Mint 100-ounce bar. It is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Again, you got the serial number on the front. The 4.9s is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Again, on my other videos I talked about how there's different pros and cons with going this big in bars. Especially if you're going to liquidate at some point, it could be an issue because depending on whatever spot price gets to, hopefully pretty high, going into your coin shop or whatever might be an issue with a bar this big. So you're going to have to plan for that. Me, I plan on holding it for quite a while, so not too worried about it. Each bar, as you can see, comes with a serial number, unique. I'm assuming that the year is right there on the bottom of when it was produced. The bar itself, I mean, of course, it's got excellent weight. Let's see if there's anything on the back. Nothing on the back, just plain flat silver color. I don't want to manhandle it too much. Let me just get it back here. But again, the reason that I went with this bad boy is because I think what I'm going to try and do is get to 1,000 ounces in silver in 100-ounce bar form. Then I can diversify my stack a little bit more, adding maybe get into a little bit more of the coinage. I've always been interested in constitutional silver, looking for, of course, hitting the home run on coins. Not necessarily to go to a coin shop and buy the home run, but more just coming upon it because I think people don't really realize what they have sometimes. So again, the 100-ounce bar, the reason I went with it was because it's going to be a very consolidated way of just adding weight. I did like the kilo bars too. I think that's a great way to actually have a large amount where you're not going to have too much of an issue liquidating it. Whereas this 100-ounce bar, I mean, it is a concern of mine getting rid of them when the time comes. But as far as why I chose this particular bar, the Royal Canadian Mint, the 4.9s is a good selling point, especially if you price-wise, it's going to be close to the same thing as, the 3.9s, which is pretty much the standard on the other bars. That was definitely a factor. I wanted to see what Royal Canadian Mint's quality looked like. Again, on this one, it's not the shiniest bar. It's pretty, I mean, it's not dull, but it's pretty much what you would expect, a big hunk of silver. So, again, I wanted to see what the quality looked like on Royal Canadian Mint, see if that's what I just wanted to stack, if the price was right, and hold on to it. or if I wanted to try a few different bars. I mean, one of my observations has been that the Valcambi bars, I believe it's Valcambi, they have a big uh, kilo bar, and I believe they also have a 100 ounce bar. But I was looking at the different ones, and the reason I chose the Royal Canadian Mint again is because the price was right. The 4.9s is a definite selling point, as well as the unique serial numbers, which I guess is not too big a deal. But uh, versus the other bars that look just a little bit more generic, my thing is if you're gonna buy it, it might as well look nice. So every once in a while when you want to look at your stack and pull everything out, you have something that actually is aesthetically pleasing. Um, but again, I did look at AppMax, I did look at JM Bullion, I did look at Provident to see like what the range was for the different prices. Luckily, I ordered this before the silver spot price started to go up, so I think I got a pretty good deal. Hopefully, I've heard again that if you try to liquidate bars this big, they may even pay you below spot, which is to me kind of crazy. But I mean, I would understand because it's a lot of money to be putting out. But I think where silver spot is now, even if they paid me just a little bit under spot, I actually come up on this bar already. So hopefully the trend continues. We all know that sometime recession is going to come. There may be different things that play into the spot price of silver and gold. So me personally, I think the reason I went with silver is because if silver spot price raises $1 an ounce, right there, boom, you hit $100 an ounce or $100 on this bar. So it just gives me a quick, easy way to have consolidated weight if I do decide to liquidate and try to capture some type of a gain. But yeah, pretty excited. First 100 ounce bar for me. Again, kilo bars are pretty much where I kept it. But now that I see it, and now that I have it in my hand, I think going forward, like I said, I'm gonna try and get to the 1,000 ounce mark on just 100 ounce bars, and then from there I'll feel pretty secure, just diversifying into whatever the best deals are, and I won't feel any type of rush, let's say, to stack weight while prices are still relatively low. Could silver go lower? Absolutely. I mean, I'm not any rush to liquidate, but when the time comes, I want to have a significant amount to be able to just liquidate at one point and use it for whatever I want. So again, nice bar. I think it's pretty much you get what you pay for. It's a good looking bar. It looks kind of dull, like I said, not as shiny as some of the kilo bars. The Sunshine Mint kilo bars are actually really nice. But yeah, if you can, give me a like, and if you have any questions, definitely ask, because I had a lot of questions that I couldn't find answered. So now that I have it, I'll definitely be able to answer. All right, take care.